Welcome to another Just Flying episode, a slightly boring edition. Because here in New Zealand there are some fun, interesting, pretty and really nice airfields, and some like this place which are a bit dull. It's not the scenery or the sim, some places just don't have much to look at. But they are real airfields and are that way in real life with not much here, so I have made a scenery for them. And this one, XNZHX Hakatiri, and the plan today is to have a short trip over to another similar kind of place, XNZQP Mesopotamia station. We'll take the front red caravan for this one. Yeah, there's a few of these in the middle of South Island, really, all clumped together, which I presume are small private airstrips, and wouldn't surprise me if some X-Plane users simply never bothered visiting them. Let's face it, you're not missing out on too much. For me it's probably once a year if you're lucky, probably less than that really. But sometimes I'll look at a map and think, I've not been there for ages. And today is one of those. Well, they're not having the best of days so far, I must admit. It's lovely weather here at the moment in the UK. So I'm in the house with bare feet. And moving my pan of boiling spaghetti from one hob ring to another, I managed to spill some of the water and burnt my finger and right foot. Which was a less than pleasant experience. Then the reason I was moving the pan was, I think most hobs are the same where there are different sized rings, and I wanted the biggest one to put a frying pan on it to do some mushrooms. So after scalding myself with the water, I then did put my mushrooms into the frying pan and also managed to knock over my bottle of olive oil. Fortunately there's not too much oil left in that bottle anyway, but there's still a small puddle which I then had to clean up off the kitchen counter. Although hopefully my minor run of bad luck that is now over, as my dinner did taste very nice in the end. So something I did which I don't usually do. This was yesterday. I checked my YouTube channel. Now, making these videos, it's a bit of fun for me. I know there's a small group of people who enjoy watching, so that's great. Beyond that, doesn't matter. It's not my little channel is ever going to be big enough to make money from it or anything like that, so I genuinely don't care how many likes or subscribers or anything like that. But yesterday I did click on the channel analytics, mostly out of curiosity to see what things it does analyse, and I'm now totally confused. The top 10 countries for my viewers over the last month, the first place is India. But as well as India being the country who has clicked on my videos the most, India is also really quick to shut down the video again and stop watching. Their average view duration for a video is only 25 seconds. So for some reason, whether it's descriptions, thumbnails, my stuff is obviously interesting enough for the population of India to be curious and want to have a look, but then they quickly decide, nope, don't like that, and turn it off again. Yeah, totally puzzled. And okay, sometimes I put fun or obscure things in the titles, such as, that waiting for a pie. But the full title of that one was Just Flying 73 Waiting for a Pie. I mean, just flying. And the thumbnail is a picture of a plane, as are most of my videos. I'm not sure how you can get confused with that. I mean, yep, maybe you thought it was a Microsoft Flight Sim and stopped watching when you found out it was X-Plane. You can see how that might happen a few times, but that happening to 84 Indian people. Yeah, I suppose I could pause the flight and look up how to say, welcome to another Just Flying episode in Hindi or Bengali. Although we are now well beyond 25 seconds, so I assume most people who would understand those languages have probably gone. Although for languages, again in the analytic thing, the auto-generated subtitles that YouTube can do. Over the last month there's been one view each in Russian, Czech and French, and 2 in German subtitles. So Privyet, ahoy, bonjour and guten tag. And I may have even pronounced one of those correctly. Right then, Mesopotamia Station. And as we're having a I don't know what's going on kind of episode, Mesopotamia was an area which was mostly in what's now Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, etc., all the way down to part of it being in Egypt. So how did a station in New Zealand end up with that name? I'll give in. Well, my mate Vincent did actually, he was passing once and stopped and got a few photos of this place. This was before I knew how to make my own objects and things, so it's still an old style way of just using library objects and a few little tips and tricks, but it's reasonable to the real life place. Let's see how our landing goes. Yeah, it was okay, wasn't it? Another look. A little pause every time you rewind the flight. Yeah, happy enough with that one. Yeah, good park up. Yeah, when I made this one, after I'd done that, I've deleted the photographs again, so just in case you are watching this, Vincent, yeah, don't bother sending me the photos again. I think this one's near enough. Probably other places I can put my talents to use to, rather than a little station airfield that I might visit once a year. Probably less than that. But we made it. Right then, so yeah, that was our little trip to 2 of the less than interesting locations in New Zealand. I'll see you again next time. Bye. And and
Alvida.